Hi, I want to welcome you to Empowered by Adversity. I am Stacy Rosman, and it's nice to meet you. I'm so excited about this. I'm going to tell you a little story with quite the challenge, and we're always going through challenges, but it's the way that you look at challenges. Okay, you ready? When I was 25 years old, I was in a horrible car accident, and the person driving the car drove into a tree. The dashboard came down on my car. My foot got caught under the dashboard, and I had to be cut out of the car with the jaws of life. Well, my foot was severed, and I was in the hospital for, it was about 3 weeks. I had surgery every other day while they healed it from the inside out. We're not going to get into it in much depth. That's not because you don't need to hear any gory details. Okay, so now it's 37 operations later. It's 33 years later. And I was an actress and I was a fitness model. During this period of time, I'd have surgery, I go back to work. I have surgery, I go back to work. And this kept happening for the next 15 years. I had 22 surgeries. And then I'm in Las Vegas and I'm working. And the valet driver brings my car up and he hits me as a pedestrian. Well, hello, second major catastrophic accident that created injuries, brain trauma. I was bedridden for years. And I'm up to 33 years later with 37 operations, with 37 certifications in fitness modalities and in alternative medicine modalities. I was on a mission for myself to heal to the best of my ability possible. Now you have to remember, I lost my memory for 1.5 years. I couldn't even spell cat. At the age of 40, when the second accident happened, I couldn't even spell cat. I would say something to my mom, and then 5 minutes later, I'd say the same thing again. And I was bedridden. My mother had to re-raise me. She really had to re-raise me. I was almost like a vegetable. And the medicines that they had me on were creating so many more problems. Over 25 years, they kept putting me on medication after medication after medication after medication. However, what happened was, finally, I was sent to this doctor who did a DNA test on me. And there's companies out there that do this. The one that I dealt with was GeneSight. 4 days later, after swabbing my mouth, they were able to know what medications my body could break down and what medications my body could not break down. And let me tell you something, I was hallucinating. I mean, the medications that I was misdiagnosed. The pain was horrific. I mean, it was like this, it was a level of like an 8 to a 10, and it was chronic. And I couldn't see the forest through the trees. Well, hello, guess what? They took me off the medications, and my pain level went from an 8 to a 10 on chronic to a 0 to a 2, and I rarely have any pain. Not only that, I'm fused from my neck to my ankle. I have 5 neck fusions, 5 back fusions. I have 6 major knee surgeries, 2 total reconstructions on my shoulder, and I have 22 operations that I had on my ankle. I right now have a cast on that's coming off very shortly, which is not bothering me at all. That's another story. We'll get into that another time. But anyway, the bottom line here is I was able to teach myself intuitively. I started doing energy medicine meditation when the first accident happened. And I would lay there in bed and I just started doing this meditation process and started putting this energy through my body, and my whole vibration in my body, it would go into the areas, into my joints and everything that was hurting me really bad, and it would like clear everything out. So I started studying. And that was back, oh boy, it was a long time ago. Like I said, 32 years ago. I'm still studying. I'll always be studying. I love it. And then the second accident happened. It was just like, it was a nightmare. I mean, come on. You want to talk about devastation? I didn't know if I was coming, if I was going. I couldn't see the forest through the trees. It was so depressing. I kept putting myself in the hospital. With the medications, it was just, it was so devastating. And I was like, I cannot believe this is my life. I am not going to accept this. I am not going to accept this, and I'm going to figure it out. And I have been on a mission for 33 years, and I figured it out. It's about 6 years ago that I got to this point where I am now. And I'm pain-free. I am medicine-free, and I am happy as can be. I learned a whole new way of living in a state of peace and love and gratitude and happiness, passion, kindness, joy, and bliss. Learning to live in these states of mindset is huge. It changes your life completely. But there's many tools that I needed to learn along the way in order to get me to the place I am today. I bend see this? I just had 2 shoulder reconstructions. I bend like a pretzel. I dance. I can do anything. And I have a certified dance course called Happy Dance Therapy, which is in my program on mastermind.com, Empowered by Adversity. It's just a part of it because it's about freeing oneself. It's about freeing ourselves from fear, learning to love our lives, live our truth. We have to learn to live our truth, what's truly inside of our soul and who we are. We have to go to the depth of our core. It's really not that hard. I get to teach this in the easiest of ways, the most friendliest of ways, and the quickest of ways possible. It's taken me 33 years, and that's because I've still been having surgeries. I'm done. I'm completely done. That book is thrown out the window. It's out the window. I am done. I am here. I am out. Like Diana Ross, I'm coming out. Well, guess what? I'm coming out, and I am here. Am I here to stay? And I'm here to help you and to teach you everything that I have learned so that you can get yourself out of all of these negative places and into this positive way of living and understanding. Now, I am an exercise specialist, so I work while bedridden, if you're in a chair, or if you're on the floor. And I bend like a pretzel after everything I've been through. So I specialize in Tai Chi and Qigong, I specialize in dancing, and I specialize in body mechanics and inflammation. And that's just the start. Energy medicine, meditation is my specialty as well. And that's the start of this whole new life of loving your life. Loving your life and living your dreams. Releasing the fear, living your truth, loving your life, and living your dreams. And I'm here for you, 100%, to hold your hand.